That's high. If we're all ready to go, fire away.
Do I need to wear this?
Yeah, for the translation, if you want.
Okay.
Hi, Youri. What are your feelings going into Aston Villa's momentous first Champions League fixture?
Obviously, very happy. We achieved something really good last year, finishing 4th in the Premier League, and now we're here playing Champions League. So, first game for all of us, and yeah, we're really excited to get going in this competition.
Was this what you expected when you joined the club, or hoped for, or dreamed of?
Yeah, listen, there's always been an ambitious plan before I signed, and that's why I bought into it, and that's why I came to Aston Villa. Obviously, maybe earlier than expected in the project and in what they set out in their plan, but listen, we've had some really good performances last year. Like I said, we achieved the 4th place in the Premier League, and now we're here. So yeah, we will try to make the most of it.
Let somebody have a go in a minute. But did Unai Emery specifically mention the Champions League when you signed at the start of last season?
Individually, he did, yeah, because that was one of his goals when he joined the club as well, and that's how he set it out to me as well before signing. And yeah, it was a real big goal for him to achieve, and which we did now. But now we want to carry on, and we don't only want to participate in this. We really want to make our mark in the competition.
I guess it's important obvious, but it's important to make a good start, isn't it? Because you've got some big games against Bayern and Juventus to come.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got some really big games either away or at home, and tomorrow is going to be the start of it. And obviously with this new format now, every game is really important with a point system. So like I said, we want to make the most of it, and hopefully we can get a win here, but it's going to be very difficult.
Do you understand the new format? Because it's taken a bit of working out for me.
I do, kind of. I do. Yeah, it's basically a bit of a competition where the more points you get, the bigger the results are, and hopefully being in the first 8, you qualify straight away from this sort of group stage. So yeah, we want to get the most points possible, but we know it's going to be very hard.
George?
Youri, hello. I just wondered how important your manager is going to be this season in terms of the stuff he's won in Europe, and how important he will be for the team and what he can do to get you through to the next stage.
Very important. Obviously, he's changed a fair bit since he's been at the club, and for me personally, he's improved me a lot as a player, as a man, and I understand the game even better than before. And we've seen last year so many times where he's been important in his tactical tweaks that he's made during games, before games, and this season as well. So yeah, it's going to be massive for us.
I know the Champions League is great, but it does mean more games for players. I think Akanji at Man City has been critical on a number of matches. I just wondered how you feel personally as a player with the number of games you're playing at the minute.
Yeah, listen, we all know the schedule is going to be very busy. There are at least 2 more games in this new format. So we're going to have to manage our recovery times and hopefully pick up as few injuries as possible. But injuries are part of the game. They're going to happen anyway. But it's true that, yeah, the schedule is very busy.
Tom?
Youri, just on that, you're someone who plays regularly for your country as well as your club, so there are very little breaks. Does it ever worry you about your own, I guess, health and fitness later on? Just the amount you're asking of your body physically? Well,
football is a demanding sport anyway, so the amount of games that we play, we know there are more and more. There are more competitions. Football is getting tougher every year. Many games, and yeah, it's taking its toll on the body. But like I said, we have to try and make the most of our recovery moments, and in between games try to recover as best as we can, to take care of our bodies and hopefully to perform really good on the pitch. But it's true that sometimes it's very hard, but it's what we love to do anyway. So I like to be out there on the pitch and having a good pre-season behind me, and just playing games is good, I think.
You've played at the top level of European football in many seasons. Not everyone in this squad has. If there was one thing you could identify about this competition that differs from any others that you'd pass on as a piece of advice, what would that be?
Listen, we've got some experience from Europe last year, and it's going to be even tougher this year, being in the biggest European competition, club competition then. Yeah, we're going to have to do even better than what we did last year, and missing out on the final last year was a tough experience, but I think a good one for the group to understand what we have to do better this year, and hopefully we can learn from that.
Okay. Gabby?
Youri, I wanted to ask you about, every player wants to play every game, don't they? And especially Champions League, elite competition. How important is it that the players that are on the bench tomorrow understand that, not to be disappointed, to understand that they've got a part to play in the game and through the rest of the tournament?
Yeah, like you say, everyone wants to play, and we've seen, especially last year, how many injuries we've had towards the end, and everyone had its part in our season in the end, and we know everyone's got to be ready. Everyone is, and everyone wants to play the games, but the manager is there to make the decisions, to pick the squad, to pick the starting 11, and we've seen the last couple of weeks as well that the substitutions have played their part in us winning games, so everyone's got to be focused.
Anyone else? Ben?
Oh, sorry. Have you got any concerns about playing on the plastic pitch, Youri?
Well, I wouldn't say concerned, but we've all in our careers, youth careers, played on AstroTurf before. But it's true that when you get used to like Premier League pitches, good grass, it's different. So that's why we're training here, actually, to getting used to the surface and not making it an excuse tomorrow.
Ben?
Youri, have you felt that sense of significance in terms of being in the Champions League this game? Have you felt that around the place, I don't know, around the squad and maybe around town as well back home?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I'm in the streets just walking around and seeing Villa fans being very excited about the Champions League and very excited about our performances as a team, the achievements from last year, there's a big buzz around it. So obviously we feel that as players.
Let's ask you about John Duran. I think the manager said he's matured. Have you noticed a shift in him? Obviously what he's doing on the pitch speaks for itself, but have you noticed a difference in him as a person a bit?
Well, inside the changing room, he's always been the same guy, really, always really funny and his own character, really. But it's true that on the pitch he's doing his talking at the moment, and you can see that he's been really focused on the pitch. He's working hard for himself, for the team, and on the training pitch as well, doing his bits like everyone asked. And he's doing really well for us at the moment.
Anyone else? All good. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.